This is horizontal straight towards us. We get off the line of attack. Inside block, outside block, elbow, roll. At this point we pivot. Pivot. Lead them that way. That pivot is called a tenkan in aikido. So he's going to come in like this. He's going to punch. This arm bar is called ikkyo. He's going to be pulled straight forward down and pinned like this. So he comes in sudden, and he's coming like that. Pin him with his arm bar, pin him here, break the shoulder, dislocate it, with the elbow, break that, go to the wrist, break that. We can twist, and turn, tear the ligaments, the muscles, tricep. Or we can pin him, take our knee, put it there. Got handcuff, hold behind his back, knee, other arm, and handcuff. The first teaching, ikkyo. When somebody steps forward, and they're like this, you want to get them in this position, but to exaggerate, they're here, you can pull them this way, they can't reach you. So, he comes in, most of them come in, just move it with your hand, just don't take a time. Inside cutting block, hand sword. Pull is leading him forward. Pull forward, swing your arm back, take the knife hand, strike his shoulder joint, break it, force him down this way. You have, any technique has two versions, an ura and an omote. Ura is when you pivot, omote is when you don't. But when you don't, your opponent does. So if it's ura, here's his guard, you're here, you're moving outside his guard, you're grabbing the arm, and then you pivot, he gets pulled face down. He didn't pivot, you did. Ura, outside the guard, grab his arm, pivot. This is ura. Pin. Okay. If it's omote, he pivots. So here, so he's in like this, push him this way, pivot now. You pin him. Ikkyo ura, ikkyo omote. Ura punches, you armbar him, pull him down, and he's like this, and knee on his elbow, whatever, he can't get up, he can't even get his arm up to do anything, he can't even move his arm. You take his body and push it on his hand, he can't do anything. So with that, he punched, got armbar, he went straight down. Flap, wrap, twist, pivot, pin him. That's ura. Arm is here. Arm's here. Right here. You side step. You're outside his arm right here. Not that. Tenkan. That's ura. Here, you're outside. You're holding his arm like this. You pivot and take him down during shomanuchi. Shomanuchi ikkyo ura. I stand in Kamai, step forward, hi! This is Shomanuchi. He rolls into an armbar, takes me down. He attacks the Shomanuchi, reflect, and my arm here, my forearm is touching his forearm. My elbow's down here, his elbow's down here. Maybe I get my forearm onto his elbow or something. We make this connection, forearm to forearm. His elbow's right here, so my elbow, his elbow's right here. Forearms are touching, elbow and his elbow, same distance. Forearms touching, my elbow, his elbow. I want to grab his elbow. Forearm to forearm, elbow horizontally directly across my elbow, more or less. I come up and grab his elbow. This is elbow control. Maybe I can just hold this elbow, pull him forward and turn. Maybe he pulls his arm back, I get his wrist. Maybe I have his wrist, I can slide up and get his hand, extend forward this way, hold him down at waist level, step up, bring it to my waist, turn, throw him with Kotegaeshi wrist lock. Holding it down at my waist will make the throw stronger. Higher makes it weaker. My arms out here will make it weaker. My arms out here or out here, away from my center. Holding his hand here, I can step and go forward and throw. I can step back, turn and throw. Stepping back and turning would be back, Ushiro. From here, if I want to pivot, I'm holding it here. Instead of stepping forward, holding his hand, stepping forward and raising my hands like this, and down to my chest, stepping forward and coming up like this. Here's the hand, and it's here. He's stretched out. There's his arm right side, touching here, crossing over. It's like, it's crossed over and down. Just pull like this. He wants to pull his arm back. If I step and raise my hands upwards, he's trying to pull away, but I got him outstretched. He wants to go back this way. If I try to swing his arm up like this, he's outstretched. If I try to swing his arm that way and bring it up like this and do the Kotegaeshi this way and throw him like that, or like this, if I step forward and swing my arms up, he's trying to pull back. This happens, he's going to pull and hit. So I don't want to take to the hip and step forward and go like this, because he was like this, and flick it over here, down here. Maybe this, maybe that. You can't reach, but if you come up, that. So wrist locking this way, I can't get away. When he's bending my arm this way, pretty slack, you can pop off that. Punch here. You can use this as a kaito. Hit you. This is now free. Hit you. Now from here, he'll just tee up. So throw some type of punch. Holding his wrist here. If I step forward and go like that, I came in close, he can hit me with that counter hand. Holding him outstretched like this, he's helpless. Slide up, slide back, switch my feet. Holding his hand like this, I want to pivot on a dime. Holding his hand like this, I want a wrist lock, but I want to take my wrist, attach it to my hip, or at least my unbendable arms, like this. I want to pivot on a dime, so have his wrist here, going with it. This is going. When I land on his back, I'll grab his elbow, step over his head, flip over like this, and pin him, the same type of ikkyo pin, where his arm is like this, and it's like a vertical arm bar, he's laying on the ground. I can attack his arm, or lay it flat and pin. When you are attacked suddenly, you're forced to defend. He comes in, and he's really close. You have to come up, grab his arm, pivot, and throw him the direction he's going. That's a white belt. When he's really slow, he's like this, you want to rush in, take his arm, cross it across his body, step forward, and push him. So he attacks and gets something like this, you knock him back this way. He gets something like this, you knocked it that way. So I see the attack, I rush forward, I take it zigzag across his body. This is omote, roll into the armbar, and this pushing I do. So if I'm really good, his hands come up. Before his hands come up and he punches, hands come up. This is coming up, take that. Once you see this, the fight is imminent. You can strike him. This counts as a first strike. Someone's just talking aggressively. You can't just run up, choke them, and take them out because they might become hostile. When he says, fight me, come on, right here, the fight is imminent. Rush him, he's holding a guard, slap, armbar him, take him down. Because he hasn't thrown a punch yet, and he just simply did this, you armbar him. You don't break, you don't dislocate. Omote is to the front. I will make him pivot. Ura is to the back. I pivot. Now, if I'm doing the Ura version, I grab him. And I tend to retreat and move back. He's coming towards me. I grab, hold him. I pull him in that direction. Energy in aikido means momentum. So if he's chasing me out trying to kill me voice speed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 coming in. I'm block, take, turn, during Ura, Tori will pivot, but Uke won't. So if he's attacking me and I pivot, that's Ura. If he attacks me and I grab him, pull his arm sideways across his body and take him this direction, he's moving towards me. Let's say I'm facing north, he's facing south. If he comes in like this, he's heading south, I armbar him, I make him go in that same direction south. That's that direction. He came at me heading south, I grabbed and pin him to the south. I had to spin to do that. He attacks me. Over here, we're struggling for a split second. Feel his energy and I go this way. It's called like a sensitivity thing, like sticky hands. I've got him here. I'm gonna make him go in that direction. North, south, east. That's northeast. I'm going at a diagonal, forward and right. It's the northeast direction. I'm making him crossing his arm this way, and I make him spin. So I'm facing north, he's facing south, he comes at me. Some type of catch, cut with the hand, with the wrist like this, holding the elbow, step and turn him that way, get him down, now he's completely turned, I made him pivot. Ura is when Ura is when you pivot, omote is when the enemy pivots. There's advanced things where you're both pivoting. And that would be during, Ura always has Tori pivot. Tori is the person who does the technique, is the defender. He attacks me, that's my uke, my receiver. I'm the Tori or the nage, I'm the giver. He punches, slap, grab, twist, break. Uke attacks, slap, grab, twist, break. Tori defends, breaks his arm. Nagi defends, breaks his arm. Tori and Nagi is the same person. So who's ever doing the technique or the final technique. Omote can also be called a Rima. Rima Nagi is a throw where he comes in and punches. You come up deflect, knock his hand down. Come up, brush up his chest. At the end, curve your arm up. This is to like not hurt, but it actually gets it like this. Instead of smacking clothesline him. Very gentle blending movement. You take your shudo uchi, strike his spine, and really it's more of a push, more of a pushing. You scissor him, step and throw him. So you want to punch, step in and punch. Drop this down, hit this, hit the spine. So from this way, the other way. Punches, you knock down the arm, do this, then you push his spine like this. You're holding his hand here, or you're holding your hand here. If you step forward, your hand goes forward, this unbalances him. It doesn't have to smack him, it doesn't have to ate. Ate means strike. It doesn't have to hit, strike, it doesn't have to impact. It's like shoving, not punching. It's here, and shove the guy, shove him. Typically when you hit, there's a vibration. You hit and pop off. When you want to, MMA has this thing called teep, or like a pushing kick. It'll knock the guy back on the ground. It will throw him falling to the ground. That's considered a throw. If I grab the guy, kick his leg and he falls down, that's a sweep or a throw. It's a foot sweep. It's a foot throw. Pushing kick doesn't really hurt, it just pushes the guy back. He may fall down, he may be thrown. But a snap kick, hit and bounce back, hit and bounce back, that's a, hold on. Here, I'm hitting, pulling back. That's not going to throw anybody back. It's going to hit and ow, that hurt. So the chin, we don't want to hit and ow, that hurts. We want to hear and shove. You could do a Rima Nagi classical like this. You can do it without hitting his back and go like that. Or you can do the palm heel version to the chin. That might be more like a Chinese, like a taijutsu or something. Here, up to his chin, here, throw.